Mehdy, welcome to Namibia. I can take you on a beautiful tour, on a bicycle tour. During that tour, you can actually experiment or experience different variety of food, and one of these delicacies of Southern Africa is the mopani worm.
Namibia, I'm dancing with the sand people. I can already tell this is going to be an unbelievable trip.
Namibia, 2 times the size of California, but with only 2.1 million inhabitants, making it the second least densely populated country in the world. The country, situated in southern Africa, nestled on the Atlantic, and bears its name after one of the oldest deserts. Unpaved roads and untamed land give any traveler a true sense of adventure. It really is a jet-setter's hidden jewel, featuring extraordinary wildlife, incredible vistas, accommodating people, and a very unique history. When you think of off the beaten path destinations, this place is it. Let's begin in Windhoek. And since this is my first time in the capital, and I'm still searching for that budget-friendly accommodation and food, I decided to visit Anna to see if she can help. Anna lives northwest of the city center in the township of Katatura, which means the place where no one wants to live, as bizarre as that sounds.
Let's see if she's home.
Anna!
Mehdy!
Hello, how are
Hi,
you?
good. How are you?
Doing well. I'm excited to see what you have planned for us today. Anna's the owner and operator of Katatours, a bike touring company. So naturally, she wanted to give me some history of the township via a bike tour.
Tell me a little bit more about Katatura. How many people live in Katatura?
About, what, 2/3 of the population. I mean, Windhoek is about 480,000 people.
480,000 people?
So 2/3 of that lives in Katatura. So, yeah, it's quite huge.
Katatura was created back in the 60s when South Africa brought apartheid into Namibia, making me understand the literal translation of the township name. Nowadays, this vibrant portion of Windhoek is full of people eager to live here, fulfilling its new unofficial name, Matatura, the place where we want to live.
Now here you'll see that most of the people here with corrugated iron house. The corrugated house is actually it doesn't necessarily mean that you're also poorer. It's also just because it's the cheapest form of building material that is affordable to most of the working class, the lower class and middle class. Yeah.
Poverty is a reality here. However, low-cost housing gives everyone an opportunity to belong.
The average salary here, again, we'll look at is about 800 Namibian dollars per person.
800 a month?
800 a month.
A month.
A month. And
so that's $100 a month in American.
100 American dollars? That's insane. My cell phone bill is more than that. But when it's time to spend your money, Evelyn Street's the place to do so.
So Evelyn Street is the 5th Avenue of Katatura, actually.
Yes.
It's the 5th Avenue, so it's the equivalent. This is where all the shops are open 24 hours.
The Windhoek, because it's buzzing, it's more buzzier.
This main street's filled with everything from bars to hair salons.
Let's go to 5th Avenue then.
Let's go to 5th Avenue.
I need to buy some clothes. I need to shop. No?
Maybe beer.
Maybe beer?
Meats and beer are very essential to everyday life in Namibia. Little did Anna know, these are 2 of my favorite things. So I decided to hightail it to the local market.
Yeah.
So this is you said single quarter market?
Yeah, this is a single quarter market.
Okay.
Actually, it's called Hostel market.
Hostel market?
Yeah, single quarter is more the area.
Okay.
So here you find all sorts of meats. You can buy from fresh meat to barbecue meat right in front of you there for $1 a piece.
What is the barbecue called? What do you guys call it here?
Kapana.
Kapana.
Kapana is a traditional street food snack here in Namibia. It's a mixture of sliced grilled red meat and fat. Good.
we just have the best.
You have the best?
We have to, yeah. We have to.
Come to Namibia. They have the best meat. So much raw meat. Look at that. As far as the eyes can see. I really have never seen so much raw meat in my life. All this hacking made me feel like I was watching an episode of Dexter. Affecting the feet and the head of the cows.
Yeah.
And people actually eat this too as well. You guys don't waste. This is a man's paradise and a vegetarian's worst nightmare. The best way to end a bike ride with my new friend Anna is to take a pit stop at a local shebeen. This is what we do at a shebeen, right?
This is what we do in the shebeen.
You drink.
Yeah.
You drink.
And enjoy.
With our good friend Cambo.
Responsibly.
Drink responsibly.
And enjoy.
That's right, that means we can't ride our bike afterwards.
Exactly, cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
But my visit with Anna was not over, as she had a few other surprises in store. Some traditional Vama music and dancing from the north of the country. And a hearty Namibian meal, complete with legendary mapana worms, served up by the women of the Panduka Project. Caterpillars. This tastes really good. At that point, we still have not situated a place to stay, but Anna offered us a cardboard box back in the center of town for the crew and myself. Yeah, I'm a budget-minded traveler, but a cardboard box? I really did not have any other options, so we headed back to Windhoek. This capital has continued to show modernization from its German colonial roots. It boasts everything a capital has to offer, from shopping malls, parks, restaurants, and even a happening nightlife. But let's get back to this cardboard box. The Cardboard Box Hostel was started in 1992 for one reason and one reason only: the need for beer money. Typical of a backpacker. That's right, the Cardboard Box is a hostel. I'm not that cheap. What's your favorite part about the hostel?
Besides the bar,
Beautiful bar here.
absolutely, is all the awesome people we meet. We get incredible people, yeah, just so many wonderful travelers, and yeah, it's a great experience.
Maybe 10 meters away, a cat's gonna be racing. I mean cats, I'm talking about cheetahs. We had a great time in Windhoek, but then our journey would take us to the cheetah capital of the world, Otjiwarongo. In order to see the fastest land mammal on the planet, I rented a car, as it's the most convenient way to move around this vast country. Namibia is home to the largest remaining wild cheetah population, with approximately 20% of the world's numbers. It took 4 million years to develop this unique species of feline, but only 100 years to bring it to the brink of extinction. The current cheetah population is estimated at only 15,000, a huge decline from just a century ago, when more than 100,000 of these big cats populated the globe. Dr. Lori Marker founded the Cheetah Conservation Fund in 1990 to help preserve this exotic animal. Now, how many cats do you guys have on there?
We have about 50 right now.
Okay.
And half of them are over 10, so they're older cats. The retirement girls are in an area of about 26 acres. And then we've got another large group, which is in about a 100-acre area.
Okay.
And those are animals that many of them are getting ready for rehabilitation back out in the wild. But that's a hard thing because there's really not a lot of wild left.
Okay.
And so it's not like you can just, put them out. And so trying to actually find places for them to go out into the wild really means, developing habitat, working with communities, making sure there's prey base, and those are big issues when we're looking at saving species in Africa.
Having worked with this animal since 1974, Dr. Marker has become the leading expert on cheetahs. Her projects have earned her countless awards and honorary recognitions, such as Time Magazine's Heroes for the Planet. The CCF opened its doors to the public in 2000, complete with a visitor center, cheetah museum, and an education center for farmers. There's even an opportunity to volunteer. I'm getting milked by goats here in Namibia. You can also take a game drive to catch some of the local animals. Or come for the real reason I'm here, the cheetah run.
So an important part of any cheetah's health in captivity is proper exercise. A lot of cats miss out on that.
Okay.
And they don't get the exercise they need, and it causes a lot of health issues.
Okay.
So we take a lot of steps to make sure all of our cats here get enough exercise.
A mechanical pulley system is used to create a perimeter, similar to a dog track, and the rag acts as the rabbit. And that's what they chase after?
And that's what they chase. There's no smell, there's no taste, the color's not important, it's just the simple move can reach speeds up to 70 miles an hour in just 5 to 6 seconds. So.
Can I race? Can I race them as well? Is that a good idea? I'll lose.
You'll lose.
Will they chase after me? I'll become the rat probably.
They probably would chase after you if you were to start running. That's why we have so many do not run signs around.
I'm a little tastier than I think that rat is.
Probably so.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
These true demons of speed are said to clock up to 110 kilometers per hour, which for our American audience is 70 miles per hour.
8 o'clock in the morning cheetah runs.
Cheetahs are genuine performance machines with their lean bodies, long, powerful legs, and aerodynamic heads. Like a natural superhero, they can cover up to 20 feet with just one stride. Their tails act as a counterbalance, similar to a rudder, helping them change direction in the blink of an eye. Cheetahs also have keen vision, being able to see up to 3 miles away as they hunt down their prey. He just looked at me, licking his lips. This is not going to be good.
We always try to go by public transport, local transport as much as possible, and travel as the Africans do, because that gives you sort of a real experience.
Had an out of this world experience here at the CCF, hanging out with the cheetahs. Now we're off to sleep in the trees with the sand people. We headed northwest to the town of Sinsibis, home of the Bushmen. These indigenous people, also known as the San, are said to be the oldest inhabitants of Namibia. But it doesn't stop there. They even span across 8 other countries in southern Africa. Traditionally, they are hunters and gatherers, using their natural surroundings for survival. And apparently that has worked well for them, as there are approximately 27,000 San in Namibia alone, and they have been there for at least 20,000 years. After being pleasantly surprised by my last sleeping arrangement, I was curious to see this tree sleeper camp. We're at Tree Sleepers Camp. I'm here with my good friend Moses, and we're going to set up our own tents. Is that correct?
Yeah, sure. We're going to set up our own tent, and in our tradition, if you are to face to the west, which is normally the side that people who are buried are facing, then you're going to get sick. That's what. So you don't need to put your pillow to that side. I don't know how you guys
so to the east always. Everything is to the east.
Apart from that direction.
Okay. North, south, east, no west. No west. We don't want that.
We're going to do it
Okay. Good. We don't want anything bad to happen. So.
Sure.
We're only halfway through our trip, so.
Cool.
The name Tree Sleeper is a direct translation from the local language, Heom. It was the name given to the Etosha Sand people for the practice of climbing and sleeping in the trees. Time management. I'm getting ready to set up my new fort since Mom kicked me out of the house up here in the Tree Sleepers camp with my new roommate Moses.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Let's go then.
Now it may seem a little bizarre to sleep in a tree fort when you're older than a child, but considering that lions, cheetahs, and other predators roam these parts, getting shut-eye off the ground marks the difference between life and death. All right, I may have been exaggerating, but I found no problem with sleeping in the trees. My love nest is built. After setting up camp, I decided to learn a few words in the local language, just in case I found a good-looking sand woman to invite to my new home.
Then she will say, or she will say,
I can't do that. That's not gonna happen. Nina? Yeah. What does that mean?
That means it's fine.
It's fine?
Yeah.
Naina. Someone use that all
if you call her, let's go, say hare.
Hare? That's like hurry.
Yeah, this means like no, come.
Come?
Yeah, hare.
Hare?
And if you say Kaingia, then she means it's good, she's coming.
It's good, she's coming. That's like when you tell your friends, look, I got her, she's coming. Despite the predators, the area surrounding the Tree Sleeper camp is truly beautiful. So we went exploring. But when the sun went down, Moses had a more mythical experience in store for us. Deep into the night, women carry a steady rhythm and create an empowering song while the men circle around a raging fire. Shamans, or those that have reached the highest level of spirituality, make up a small portion of this enchanted group. The mystical drone that they resonate causes some to go into a trance-like out-of-body experience where they can cast out sickness and evil spirits while promoting health and happiness.
So go into trance, normally you faint and you fall down on the ground. So your mindset is altered, and then first of all in that consciousness that you are in, you see lights, just as if somebody has been slapped in the forehead or the back. You see that circle lights in your face, and that's what they feel. You do see the faces of the people or the figures of the people which are unusually tall, elongated, long figures and all those things, unusual things that you don't normally see. You can only hear, according to them, the voices of the ancestral spirits, not the people on the ground.
The shaman invited me to share in this ecstasy so that I could ward off any evil spirits lurking in my being. How did I do?
You did well.
I did well? Is that right?
So,
yeah? I can join, maybe?
You qualified to be a shaman.
All right.
So you have to stay behind.
I'm staying here. Show's over, guys. No more Hostel life. All this excitement sparked my interest, but I would have to wait till the next day to learn more about these fascinating people.
This is now the village of Tsinsabes.
Tsinsabes, okay.
Tsinsabes.
Tsinsabes.
Yeah, so it means a sneezing place.
A sneezing place. Government policy on land use has made it difficult for the San to keep their traditional culture and lifestyle. However, some have managed to preserve their natural, conventional core.
That's a simple life. No fridge, no television, no cut of electricity if you don't pay. Just that firelight is enough.
That's enough. That's awesome. At the end of the day, I was finally able to sit down with the San family and gain an answer to a question that fuels the male's libido. Now, is it true that you can marry many women in San culture?
She haven't seen it in her lifetime. Maybe men can have many wives, but also she says sometimes also some men do have like 4 or 3 women, and they used to circulate, being in, visiting the other one the other day, and I think they need to be strong related to do that. Yeah.
Just dealing with many women, that's tough. That's really tough. I mean, women are great.
Kitty.
The last leg of this epic adventure would be an ambitious road trip to the Germanic seaside town of Swakopmund. But to get there, it was necessary to travel through Etosha National Park. There's nothing like a 5:30 a.m. safari ride to see if we can catch some more of these animals. According to San legend, this fertile land came to be when a woman, mourning the loss of her family after a raid, wept until her tears formed a lake. We're cruising around the park where there's 114 mammal species, there's 340 bird species, there's 110 reptile species, 16 amphibian species, and 1 kind of fish. It's awesome seeing the animals in their natural habitat. When the lake dried, it became the Great White Place of dry water, from which Etosha gets its name. Here at Etosha, there's 22,270 square kilometers of pure wildlife, and over my shoulder is a pride of lions. Etosha is so biologically diverse that it literally brings the wildlife to you. Swarms of animals will pass you by as you eagerly await at one of the many watering holes. no trip to Namibia can be complete without visiting the German-influenced beach resort, adrenaline capital of Swakopmund. Enclosed by the Atlantic Ocean and Namib Desert, Swakopmund enjoys a pleasant climate and is a welcome relief for Namibians and tourists who want to beat the heat during the summer months. The institution of this city dates back to 1892, when it became the main harbor connecting Germany and Southwest Africa. Let's do it! But some travelers, like myself, venture to this city to get their adrenaline fix and to explore the Namib Desert in a couple unconventional ways. How fast can we go down this?
This is about 85.
85 kilometers an hour.
To keep your elbows so, and to climb your feet. And
you're not wearing a helmet at all or anything?
No.
You see how steep it is down there?
Yeah, no.
I'm kind of scared. Can't come to Swakopmund without playing in the sand. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll see you, my friend.
Okay. See you later, my friend.
Bye. I might run down. I've had an extraordinary time uncovering Namibia. Until next time, keep your mind free and your eyes open, because you never know what adventure awaits. Ready to roll, Angel?
It's like Namibia.
Namibia and peace.
Peace.
Now we're off to sleep with sand people. And that sounds right.
We need Elton John out here so he can sing for us.
Africa in your blood.